I want you to hear my story. By the way, those are pictures of grains of sand uh, zoomed in. That's what a grain of sand looks like from the beach when you zoom in and look at it. Amazing, beautiful, unique, precious. So here's my story. I want you to hear it, and here it is. It's like my diamond sutra. So I say, I feel sad, just like I am just a grain of sand on the beach. And then my guide says, really? Just? You mean only? You mean you feel like an entire mountain has been rendered down into a single indestructible crystal diamond of sand that is you? The entire mountain is in that grain of sand. When you feel like a grain of sand, you mean exactly what a pearl of great price looks like just before it's placed into an oyster? It's the location and what follows. Do you mean you feel like a grain of sand, which, when joined in a kiln with other grains of sand and with a spark of fire in a moment of time from a single point of view, becomes a life-saving ceramic jar that carries drops of water to give life to those that are in need? Is that what you mean by just a grain of sand, and that's how you feel? I wish it hadn't taken me 64 years to accept that I was just a grain of sand on the infinite beach, because the entire earth is in that single grain of sand. And I'm just a drop of water in an infinite ocean. Hey, the entire ocean is in that single drop of water. Everything's connected. I'm just a breath of air in an infinite sky. Hey, the entire sky is in a single breath of air. Hey, I'm just a spark of fire in the universal fire. Hey, the entire universal fire is contained inside that single spark of flame. So stop thinking about it. And when you're done thinking about it, just be a thought in the infinite mind, because the entire universal consciousness is in that single thought inside you. So pile up mountains of gold enriched soil, do the work, and then remain calm and watch the forces of air, water, fire, time, and thought that are in eternal motion, and watch them move all of the earth that is not gold until only the gold remains. Gold is heavy and substantial, and it'll stay there when the wind blows away the other dirt, when the water washes it away, when the fire purges it. And then once you have that gold, give it away to others. And so I wish I knew all that when I was 20. And so when we're in our workshops, our sacred space, whether we're telling stories or doing trades, we tell our stories to 20-year-olds who have taken their first steps away from home. That's who we tell our stories for. That's what our stories are good for. And they've left behind the brainwashing and are wondering who they are and what they could be and what they should do. And they're feeling just like another grain of sand on the beach, indistinguishable from the rest. Zoom in on those and look at the beauty of the unique grain of sand that has been rendered down to an indestructible crystal diamond of pure value and love. That's good. Be a grain of sand. Be a drop of water. Be a breath of air. Be a spark of fire. Earth, wind, fire, water, in motion with purpose and action. I wish I knew that at 20. And then I realized I already knew that at 20, but I didn't know it or trust it or whatever, because there were so many other messages out there. I had to learn how to listen to that. I wish that I knew at 20 that I had already known it and could keep working on it, and that I was not in such a hurry to find something that in fact I already had, that was patiently waiting to be uncovered after the forces of earth, wind, fire, and water washed it all, the rest of it away, and reduced me to just a single grain of sand. So Just change one word. That's all. Just do that. And you have a whole new story waiting patiently to explore, and share that with others with honesty, integrity, and humility for their benefit, and offer those stories to the world. Help those 20-year-olds. It's their world. We're just living in it, and we're supposed to be caretakers. So take care and be careful with the stories that you've accumulated and told, and be careless about your anxiety, about worrying about what it might be. Trust them to let it filter and to settle into their hearts, and then they'll judge the truth of what you're saying and not worry about the rest. Aho. That's a Native American expression for just so, as it should be. So that's my story of just a grain of sand. Is that all? I'm just a grain of sand. That's what I want to be. Just a grain of sand. Find your beauty and share it with others. Aho.